Greetings to you from wherever you're watching us. Thanks for joining us on the Tuesday edition of the show. It's the first one for the week. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Well, on the show tonight, we will be talking about the change of guard in the German Bundesliga. For the first time in about 12 years, a new winner in the German Bundesliga. All made happen by Spanish coach Xabi Alonso. We'll be talking about that. We'll have a robust conversation around what I just said. We'll also be looking at what is currently going on now in the UEFA Champions League. Interesting matches, 2 matches currently going on. We'll see what happens with that one. We'll also final time for what's happening on the domestic scene, Nigeria Premier Football League, and also spare thought for the ladies as well. And hopefully we will be able to touch base with all the other things in your fast-paced, money-spinning world of sports. This is a 2-man show. My colleague Austin Okonakwan is suited and ready. And of course, we're taking this trip together.
Sport greetings to you wherever you are in the world watching us. In London, I'm Austin Okonakwan. Yes, Yemi, I totally agree with you. It's still an action-packed total sport. So much is going on. Another electrifying night in the UEFA Champions League. I knew so well that tie between PSG and Barcelona is yet and far from being over. The first leg ended 3-2 in favor of Barcelona, but PSG, they are fighting now. Barcelona, they are 1 man down. Half-time at the Camp Nou, it's 1-1, 4-3 on aggregate. Barca still with the advantage, but it's so nervy. Let's take you to Germany because now German clubs, they don't agree for anybody. Borussia Dortmund, they're leading that one against Atletico Madrid by 2-0. So on aggregate, it's Dortmund 3, Atletico Madrid 2. Can you believe it?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Dortmund were there for the taking in the first leg, but once they didn't concede more than 2 goals, I felt they were in it, and it has showed today. So we'll see what happens. I have somebody with me in the studio who's been saying some of the right things. Most of his predictions in our private conversation has turned out to be correct. Kehinde Idris joins us now. Greetings, Kehinde. I had to expose you to the world as someone who was making the right predictions. Thanks for joining us on the show tonight. How does it make you feel? The big night in UEFA.
Yeah, big night. Like I always call it, magical night of the UEFA Champions League. I think Dortmund is the biggest surprise, the biggest magical that was seen right now. For Barcelona, PSG, we know it was going to go down the wire, and we're monitoring that. We'll see how it goes. And then tomorrow. But trust me, today, the biggest thing is the MPFL and the way the results have been coming. Rivers United returning to winning ways after, having about 5 games in hand. Aqua United, because of my very man, 4-1 winners. That's massive. They should continue on that road, survive, and we'll plan bigger for next season.
All right.
Rangers went through this phase last season. At a point, we thought Rangers were going to go down. They survived. And then this time we're talking about Rangers almost, clinching the title. So maybe Aqua United are on that part too. So it's good to be here.
Some consolation for the promise keepers. All right, like I said, we're going to have a robust conversation around the change of guard in the German Bundesliga. And we have our friends with us, people who belong to this fraternity, so to speak. Of course, we have Omar Akatugbe with us. He's joining us. And of course, we have Lolade Adewi. But let me go to Omar Akatugbe first, and let's set the tone for the conversation. Greetings to you, Omar. Thanks for finding out time to be with us on the show tonight. And let me just go straight into what I have to say. You saw it happen live. You saw it not when it just happened, but as it was about to happen. So, how does it feel watching it from the start, Xabi showing the potentials and him becoming the man that's responsible for what they've called the change of guard? Okay, Omar, I'm very sure Omar is still with us. Omar, greetings to you. Thanks for...
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Omar. You are on to us. Greetings to you. Thanks for finding out time to be with us on the show.
Yes, good evening. Very glad to be on Channel Sports tonight. So, like I said, it's a special feeling, just like the way every Bayer Leverkusen fan feels right now. The feeling of ecstasy still in the air, in Leverkusen. And you can't even imagine what it feels like. I mean, winning the Bundesliga title for the very first time in their history. Before now, we used to have a word called Neverkusen, but now it's now Meisterkusen. In other words, winner Kusen. Neverkusen means never kissing the title, but now they are part of the clubs that have won the Bundesliga title. What an amazing feeling. And of course, the atmosphere in the dressing room where you saw family members of every player given the opportunity to get into the inner part of the club and celebrate with all the other players. And of course, after that, Granit Xhaka telling us that this club is like a family and that we witness ourselves. It's a different, feeling at Leverkusen. And of course, just like even the fans of the club getting on the pitch even before final whistle to celebrate, it's different. You never see that in anywhere in Europe where a club wins a title and everyone is allowed to share in the glory.
All right, I'm about to yield to Austin, but let me ask you this, then I'll yield to Austin. It's very interesting. This caught my fancy, and of course, I've been following some of the conversations you've had with the manager of Bayer Leverkusen. The last time Jose Mourinho said something about Xavi Alonso, said he's worked with all the best managers, talked about himself, Carlo Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola, John Toshak, and all of that. At that time, when he was making those statements about Xavi Alonso, did you think a day like this was going to happen?
To be very honest, no. If I said yes, I would be telling a very big lie. But again, when you look at how he approaches the game, you might want to feel that you could see traces of a manager. Is that the best development? Is that the best education? And all of that have all come together to give the result that we're all celebrating right now.
Lolade Adewuyi is the managing editor. SoccerNet NG is in Berlin, Germany. Lolade, good to also have you join us on Sports Tonight.
Thank you very much, Austin. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good to have you on the show. Lolade, I don't even know where to start. Stats everywhere for Bayer Leverkusen. The last time they lost a game was May 27, 2023. 43 games unbeaten in all competition. First Bundesliga title in their 120 year of existence. I'm trying to understand, was this beyond coaching and players? Is it a combination of management, the fans, ownership? What did it for Bayer Leverkusen?
Well, first and foremost, the team is a team that was built for a time like this. And when Xabi Alonso took over last season, as Omar has said, they were struggling. They were near relegation, but he came in with his ideas and he put together a team that he wanted in his own image, And I've watched them like 4 times this season, twice at home, twice away. Last upper weekend when they came to Berlin, they played a 5-3-2 formation. But yesterday at home, on Sunday at home, they played a 4-3-3, and you can see how he thinks. His formation is fluid. He can play with wing backs or with wingers and still achieve the same results. And you hear conversations from the players that this guy just wants them to play football and to give it all. And I was pitch side on Sunday and I could see the hunger. Even when they were leading 3-0, you could still feel the hunger among the players for more. And one of the greatest talents that German football has produced right now is Florian Wirtz. He's 20 years old. He's an amazing ball player. Scored a hat trick on Sunday, and that the ball flows through him. Every move flows through him, and Florian Wirtz is the revelation for this season under Alonso. And he's made football easy to watch. I recall tweeting a few weeks ago, I'm like, Florian Wirtz is going to be a problem to every defense at the Euros. He showed it on Sunday evening against Werder Bremen, scoring a hat-trick. And that's just the tip of the iceberg that we are going to see at the Euros. Xabi Alonso has brought out the best in this young man. And all over the field, you can see quality. Victor Boniface was injured for 3 months. He still remains their top scorer with 11 goals. Florian Wirtz matched up with 11 goals on Sunday. But you can see that the goals have come from every angle. Grimaldo, who scored, I had the stats 9 goals in about 160-something appearances previously, and when he was in Portugal, suddenly scoring 9 goals in the Bundesliga under Xabi Alonso, playing as a winger, playing as a wing back. The quality has just come out. You can feel that Alonso has done something, has unleashed something. And Nathan Tella came in as backup to Jeremy Frimpong. But one of the things that I also noted is that Xabi Alonso is not afraid to drop you onto the bench. He has like 2 players for each position. So if you come on from the substitute bench to score today, he will give you the starting role the next game. This is a pattern that he worked with. He did not guarantee anybody a starting spot. So this has worked so much that if you know that you've come off the bench today to score, you are definitely starting in the next game. So this, I think, has ensured that there's a lot of competition among the boys, and they are hungry to show themselves, and it's just worked perfectly.
I totally agree with you. Before I get Omar talking, you mentioned Nigerian players, Victor Boniface and Nathan Tella. How important were their contributions to Bayer Leverkusen's performance this season?
So Boniface came in hot, like hot knife running through butter. Won 4 straight Rookie of the Month awards. He led the team in goals and assists, and just showed that they saw something in him when they brought him in from Belgium at Union Saint-Gilloise. And Omar was one of the catalysts anyway, asking Xabi Alonso at the press conference during their Europa Conference League semi-final last season, quarter-final last season, what did he think about Victor Boniface's performance? And they noted that boy down and got him. And he came from Belgium, totally dominated. The German media were so in awe of his performances, and they kept voting him August, September, October, November Rookie of the Month. That's how much he dominated the scene in the first half of the season. Unfortunately, he got injured just before the AFCON and missed 3 months. But his quality was there. And let's talk about Nathan Tella. Tella won the championship with Burnley at the end of last season to get promoted to the Premier League. And he wasn't guaranteed a starting spot. He knew that he was coming to back up for Jeremy Frimpong. But like I said, Xabi Alonso knew what he wanted to do. Once you perform, if you come off the bench, you score or you give an assist, you are starting the next game. So this made Nathan Tella a more active participant in this squad. Otherwise, he would have been played sparingly. But Alonso's vision is to give a chance to every player.
And I think
Nathan took that chance and became a key member of this team.
And I think Alonso did a good job with the squad rotation and making players feel important. Omar, before I hand you over to Yemi in Lagos, talk to me about Victor Boniface. I see you talking to him a lot these days. And how important is this Bundesliga title win for Victor Boniface's career and that of Nathan Tella?
both of them said to me yesterday that it's the biggest thing for them, for Boniface. I mean, he talked about coming all the way from a very um, humble beginning in Nigeria, in Akure, going through a lot, passing through Norway to Belgium in Saint Gillois, Saint Union Gillois, and now finally in Germany. Of course, he won the league with Bodo Glimt in Norway, but he admitted that this one with Bayer Leverkusen is bigger and is absolutely significant for his football career. Nathan Teller's father also told me how special it feels to win a title in Germany because he couldn't really, blow up in England. And of course, he followed the footsteps of players like Jude Bellingham, players like Jadon Sancho, who seem to find redemption in Germany and then go back to England. That route is what Nathan Teller has followed and he's won the Bundesliga title, which is for him one of the most important things that has happened in his football career. He's got 3 goals. They didn't score a lot of goals. Of course, he had a big part role. And towards, the title-winning game, he started to play more, regularly, and of course became much more important and much more a part of the team. And like Lolade said, credit to Xavi Alonso for making everyone feel, among, and of course that way getting the best out of them. So for both of them, it is a huge, huge achievement. And like Boniface also said yesterday, he means a lot coming to the German Bundesliga for the first season and winning the title is incredible. Winning a title in a league where you have Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund is humongous.
All right, it is. It's a huge one. I still have Kehinde Idris with me. Unfortunately, we have just a few seconds before we go on break. But you've seen the stats reeled out by our other colleagues. You read a lot. What do you make of the stats? What Xavi Alonso has been able to do with Bayer Leverkusen?
It's been pretty amazing. Now, a lot of Bayer Leverkusen fan would always go back to that setup, that team that got to the Champions League final. It was like the golden generation, the Ballags, Bastok,
2002.
Yes, a lot of beautiful players, and they didn't win anything. And then this squad looks like that squad where we love this club. Whoever comes, through the ranks, we will love them. That is just the love they had for this club. They did not have that idea that this day was going to come. But they just went with the belief. Xabi Alonso came in. Xabi Alonso could be called a rookie coach. He's just starting up his own career and all of that. And then this player, so many names. Verts, 20 years old. Victor Boniface, also young Nathan Teller. And the names, flying around. Came in with Xhaka, maybe a lot of experience, but not a league-winning player. And then we got to this day. This, I feel, more of the reason why there is, a lot of tears in the eyes of the fans, because they never thought this set of guys, this crop, will be the one to do this. And now, they are looking even to get a treble, not just the league, because this is what winning a trophy does to you. It opens your mind to believe that you can do more.
All right. Bayer Leverkusen is a conversation we could go on and on, but at some point we'll have to stop. But we've been talking about the stats. Let me just go quickly across to tell you, just for you to appreciate the amazing feat Bayer Leverkusen has achieved and the man responsible for that, talking about Xavi Alonso. He was appointed on October the 5th, 2022, and he inherited a team that looked like it was going down, but somehow he was able to steady the ship. And of course, from that time till this moment, he's played 18 matches, he's won 55, he's drawn 15, he's lost 10. This season, what has happened this season, I'm very sure a lot of people want to know that. So we'll quickly flip and show you what has happened this season. There you have it. Bayer Leverkusen in all competitions. These are the matches they've played. In the Bundesliga, 29 matches. Europa League, 9. In the German Cup, 5 matches. And you could see they are yet to lose. That is what makes this remarkable. They are yet to lose. There'll be a time I will spend a whole lot of time talking about Bayer Leverkusen, an amazing feat. There's a generation, like Kehinde Idris said, that never thought they would see this happen, but it has happened in their lifetime, and I'm very sure they will relish the moment. Let's move swiftly into the UEFA Champions League, and what you have is the situation report as we speak. Well, Bayern Munich and, of course, these matches will play tomorrow, but we'll get you the situation report of the other matches. Bayern Munich and Arsenal, 2-2 on aggregate. That match will be played tomorrow. Manchester City and Real Madrid.
3-3.
Of course, 3-3. I mean, we're hope for interesting matches tomorrow. This is on the knife edge. Anything could happen in these two matches. Let's quickly listen to, of course, we'll listen to the managers immediately after. We're going to listen to Thomas Tuchel and, of course, Harry Kane. But let's go to Austin now for his thoughts on this matches. Interesting matches ahead tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, before we talk about tomorrow, let me tell you what's going on right now. It's now Barcelona 1, Paris Saint-Germain 3. What a story. What a turnaround for PSG. It's now 5-4 on aggregate. Who would have thought that Barcelona will blow this one? Second half started. Remember, first half ended 1-1, and Barcelona still had the advantage. But when second half began, Vitinha was left with an opportunity to shoot. He scored and gave PSG a 2-1 lead. Xavi Hernandez, the coach of Barcelona, hasn't been pleased with the officiating. At some point, he kicked the bench, told the referee up. Referee said, "Thank you so much," brought out the red card and showed it to Xavi. Things went from bad to worse for Barcelona. And then Cancelo, he didn't have to make a rash tackle on Dembele, but he did. And Kylian Mbappe said, "Thank you," got the ball, penalty, and Kylian Mbappe scored to make it Barcelona 1, PSG 3.
All right, that's an interesting update in the UEFA Champions League. And, of course, we'll be talking about the things happening. But let me quickly get your thoughts. I want to go to the guys. Very eager to go to the guys. Austin has given us the updates. Do you think it will remain like this?
I feel so. There is a red card already in place. There is something red card does when two, top teams get to play each other. Reason why the 2006 final Barcelona Arsenal still have a lot of talks bordering around the red card I was shown to layman. So we knew it was going to change the complexion. If you know how to take advantage, this is a chance for you. And also in the other game, it's now 2-2. First half ended 2-0 in favor of Dortmund. Now it's 2-2, Atletico Madrid. And like a colleague of mine will call Atletico, they are one of the proper European teams in the last, decade. So we should see a proper battle. And there is a reason why we all stick out to see UEFA Champions League now. It's because of games, results, people stepping up, teams stepping up. This is the reason why it ticks every day. So I want to see Barcelona fight, but I think it will be hard. Xavi, now on the top line, we're talking, also a player down on the pitch. It's a whole lot to handle against the PSG. For Dortmund, I think they will need to fight so hard. Atletico can be a crazy team when they get into modes like this.
All right. Let me yield to Austin, and so we'll continue with this conversation on the UEFA Champions League. Of course, we still have the guys with us. I'm with Idris. I don't see anything changing.
Nothing would change. I mean, what a story for Atletico Madrid. They needed to show that they are a traditional Champions League team, and they've turned it up. But it was Matt Hummels that scored a wrong goal that gave Atletico Madrid some lifeline to get into the game. Andre Correa just scored now to make it 2-2. So Atletico Madrid leads 4-3 on aggregates. Can you believe it? Just when I started the show saying Borussia Dortmund might just do something that will get us talking, but it's not happening. As you can see me, I'm having another look at it because it seems PSG, they are not stopping. They want to get more goals. But Barcelona, they are defending with everything that they have. There's just been a penalty shot for Barcelona, but the referee said, "No, come on, get up. It's not a penalty." So that's what it is. Let's just get back to Alma Akatuba and Lolade Adewi. Let's still stay with Bayer Leverkusen. I know, guys, the updates coming from Germany isn't so good for you people. But Alma Akatuba, what are the expectations? Because now, if we take a look at Bayer Leverkusen, we could just say, "Oh, what else can they do for us?" But what are the expectations coming out of Germany for this team after breaking this record, after giving us a record-breaking performance to win the Bundesliga title?
People expect them to continue from here, to win the DFB Pokal. They play Kaiserslautern on the 25th of May. You look at Kaiserslautern, no disrespect, they play in the Bundesliga too. You feel that Bayer Leverkusen will get past them and win a double. There's also the Europa League. They won the first leg against West Ham by 2-0. A lot of people expect them to also, go all the way to the semi-final and of course the final and perhaps win it. Because if you look at their performances so far, the stats that are available to everyone, they are the best team in the Europa League, unbeaten this season. No other team is unbeaten, only Bayer Leverkusen. And that is the sort of team that they have. So the expectation is that they continue on this trajectory, go on to win the Pokal, go on to win the Europa League, and then continue from next season. Because right now, when the season begins in 2024-2025, everyone will put an eye on Bayer Leverkusen. Before now, it was Bayern, Dortmund, and maybe RB Leipzig. Yeah. But right now, Bayer Leverkusen is in the mix.
I totally agree with you. Lolade, do you think this will be more pressure? Let me not say more pressure. Some sort of pressure on Xavi Alonso and his team to either end the season unbeaten or make it to the Europa Cup final or even win another German Cup. Is it pressure on Bayer Leverkusen now?
I don't think it's pressure. It's pressure that they will embrace. If you recall on Sunday night, for my conversation with Victor Boniface, he said that they have 2 more trophies to win for the fans, and this shows to me that these boys know what they want. If there was a podcast that Boniface spoke to John Obi Mikel, and he said every time they go into the games, they know that one day they're going to lose, but when they get onto the pitch, they tell themselves, not today, guys, not today. And I think this has worked for them so well that they can just cruise into games with a self-belief that they will win, they will not lose. And it's important for a team to get to that level when they know that they control their own destiny, they have it in their own hands. And I think Xabi Alonso's team, Xabi Alonso's mentality, and the boys right now believe that they can do miracles. They can take burning wood out of the fire and it won't hurt them. Look at the way they came back against Hoffenheim a few weeks ago. Late goals. The same way they beat Karabakh. Late goals. Some teams would have given up, but not Leverkusen. And it is amazing how they just keep taking it one after the other. And I don't think there's pressure on them. I think they just want to make records and break records right now.
I totally agree with you. Phenomenal, outstanding Bayer Leverkusen. Lolade Adewoye, thank you so much for your time with us on the show tonight. Omar Akatugba, thank you so much for your time on the show. I see your voice is breaking already because what's going on Barcelona. Let's let you go.
Right there. You got me right there.
Let's go let you watch the game. Thank you so much. We'll catch up with you guys again. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's it. Omar Akatugba joining us from Frankfurt and Lolade Adewoye joining us from Berlin. It's all about Bayer Leverkusen. We're celebrating with them. We have Victor Boniface and Nathan Teller, Nigerian players in that team. Kende Idris, we can't say enough of this team. What a story. Xabi Alonso has come to tell us that, look, impossible is nothing.
Yeah, impossible is nothing. Say if you can conceive it and you can achieve it. You just continue, go on dreaming like everybody knows, although it is harder than said. You take it game after game. You shouldn't plan for 2-3 games. Just, the game in front of you is what you should plan for. And sometimes you streamline your search, your ask. I think at the start of the season, the crop told themselves, let's go and win trophy. Probably they said even more, let's see if we can punch something, let's go for the Bundesliga. Because they seem like they've put in more than enough into the Bundesliga. As much as they are doing well in all other leagues, the Europa League, also the DFB Pokal Cup, it seemed like they've been so untouchable in the Bundesliga with all of the fine teams, Frankfurt, Wolfsburg, RB Leipzig, Mönchengladbach, Dortmund, they've gone unscathed. And I think that's fantastic. And then they're taking that mentality for every time they scale through, a top team, maybe they play RB Leipzig, and then they win, they take that mentality into other trophies. You just continue to build a tough skin. And I think that's what Bayer Leverkusen have got right now. Dreams. And I don't know where this dream could stop. It looks like there's a treble already online. If they get to win the treble, it blows up their mind, and then, they go on dreaming next season. Let's repeat the league. Let's go for the Champions League. And like I said at the start, it is everything game after game. Just take one game at the time. You don't play 2 matches at once. Is it that you play one on Saturday and another in the midweek? So Bayern Leverkusen, fantastic. And I love this story. I love this story. Not because I've got my Nigerian brothers in there. There's something about underdog story, unexpected, happenings, and it's beautiful. They played the best football, winning the trophy. It's not, they didn't just get it on a platter. They worked really hard for it. Well done, guys.
Who would have thought? Yeah, who would have thought it's Bayer Leverkusen that will get us talking from the German Bundesliga this season. Let's still stay in Germany. Give me a Champions League night, and you want me to keep yelling. What a story. Borussia Dortmund, they've turned it around. I was reporting 2-2, just 5 minutes ago. Now it's Borussia Dortmund 4, Atletico Madrid 2, 5-4 on aggregate. If it ends this way, Dortmund will advance.
Yes.
What a story.
I don't know what else to say, actually. I don't know what else. At some point I just left the show to you guys to see what I'm going to take from it, but things happening. And that's what we want, actually. UEFA Champions League, a lot of surprises, whether or not Dortmund will be able to close it out. I was about to tell Idris he has to eat the humble pie because his prediction was going to turn out to be wrong. But thank God I didn't say that because he's on track now. And things might still turn out that way. I feel a bit sorry for Barcelona, though, because they started well, got that goal, looked as if everything, like it was written in the stars for them, only for them to concede that goal, get a red card. Now Xavi is sent off and everything thrown out of the window. So it looks like Mbappe might get to do something for PSG before his departure, because his departure is imminent. I mean, he would leave. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. He will leave, but, we'll see what happens. I mean, that's the nature of the Champions League, and I'm very sure we'll keep interrupting ourselves. With the few minutes we have left, I'm very sure something's still going to happen.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. Marcel Sabitzer with the 4th goal for Borussia Dortmund. It provided the assist for the 3rd, and it's now Borussia Dortmund 4, Atletico Madrid 2. 5-4 on aggregate. Barcelona, they are pushing. They want to get back in that one. They just struck the woodwork, but it's still Paris Saint-Germain that leads 3-1 at the Camp Nou. What a story. Let's talk about the games. Yemi talked about it before. He talked about it earlier. Arsenal will be busy tomorrow against Bayern Munich. The first leg at the Emirates ended 2-2. Tomorrow we'll see more fireworks. Tuchel and Harry Kane, they've been reacting. Let's listen to them on the show tonight.
I think the main thing for us right now is that we still have an opportunity to turn the season into a great season if we win the Champions League. So that motivation is still there, and as players you can only hang on to that, and if we can do something special tomorrow night, then of course that keeps that hope alive. It's no secret here that the club set out to win the Champions League every season, so there is an expectation, and I think if you look at our performances this year, there's been a different type of performance in the Champions League. I feel like we've been maybe together more, we've been willing to do more on the pitch, defensively and in other aspects. So it's a time to raise our game. It's a time for me and the players who have been in big situations, pressure situations, to step up and be counted. And like I said, it's going to be an amazing atmosphere.
Tomorrow we play against one of the absolute top teams in the last 2 years in the Premier League, so we have to prove a point. And Bayern Munich and we as a club and as a team, we are never shy of a good competition and of a good fight. So this is what it brings up here. It's not Premier League against Bundesliga, it's Bayern Munich against Arsenal. We have a draw in the first match, and we will clearly play for the win. So will Arsenal, but we hope we can push it to our side.
So that's it. We're waiting for the second leg that we play tomorrow. Arsenal taking on Bayern Munich. That game will be played at the Allianz Arena. And Kende Idris, words on the streets. In fact, I heard from local media this morning in England, they feel that Arsenal, they look deflated, particularly after being humbled by Aston Villa. Do you think that will affect them mentally when they take on Bayern Munich tomorrow?
I think I have a feeling that might have a serious effect. You're playing a team that is, maybe by what they played this season are not so good. But when you take into account the Champions League, Bayern Munich are way, way ahead of us now. So, they're already having that, bothering. And then you lost that, game, lost the league lead, over the weekend. I think that will weigh them down. But like I've said before, the moment they fixture, the draws came up, I said the only thing that can stop Arsenal is their mentality. And that is what, I saw happen in the first leg. Arsenal's mentality was what, made that game 2-2. And also the mentality went on, even playing Aston Villa and build up into this one. And still, if they are to do anything tomorrow, they need to get past that mentality. And that's the only blockade Arsenal have got. Not good football, fine players and all of that. They've always got that years after years, but mentality still remains the same for Arsenal.
All right, I guess we'll leave it at that. There's also another game, but we'll talk about that maybe much later. That probably will be tomorrow. Let's use the remaining minutes we have to talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League. Matches played today. Results, interesting results to look at. Of course, the Flying Antelopes in the Oriental Derby defeated Abia Warriors 3-2. The Aba Elephants, talking about the Imba, had a slim 1-0 victory over Heartland. Things not going well for the Naze Millionaires right about now. You also have Bendel Insurance beating Kano Pillars 2-1. Gombe United lost at home to Kwara United 2-1. I mean, interesting results. Bayelsa United played a 1-1 draw with Katsina United. Sporting Lagos in the Southwest Derby defeated Sunshine Stars 1-0. A lot of people were trying to see if 3SC can back things up and continue with their impressive performance, and they did. On the strength of this victory, they are now fourth on the table, 2-0 victory over Lobby Stars. Aqua United saying, look, don't bury us yet, we're still here, and they defeated Niger Tornadoes 4-1. Rivers United had a 3-1 victory over Plateau United. Idris, before I go to Austin, quick one, because I don't know how much time we have. In a minute, if you can, your thoughts. You referenced Aqua United earlier.
Yeah, they need to get big wins like this. Goals will count. Also, continue to rake in the points. They need that at this time. Like I've said, they need to just survive. They are one of those teams we love in the MPFL, to stay up. Sporting Lagos also fighting for their lives, fighting for survival. Final Southwestern Derby, and it's a good win for them. Then Rangers continue to fly. And also, while you're flying, you're looking at your direct, competition in Lobby Stars, losing to 3SC 2-0. I think that will be a very sweet one for Rangers. They are celebrating their victory. Also, looking at, what Lobby is doing. And for Imba, they just continue the fine run. Bendel Insurance, also good win. But for Rivers United, I think it's a sweet return. Like we always say, an outstanding game is just an outstanding game. It is not a guaranteed point. They started well. Let's see how they take on all other outstanding games that they've got.
All right. A game in hand is nothing until you win it. And I agree with Kennedy Idris on that one. So your thoughts, Austin? We're pressed for time, but I'm very sure you should be able to wrap it up for us.
Let me say shout out to Kwara United. I love the Harmony boys. Whenever they want to get us talking, they know how to do just that. They went away to the Pantami Stadium to beat Gombe United 2-1. That's the only away win that was recorded today. So shout out to Kwara United for giving us that result. And it was former Sunshine Stars player that also scored in that one, Yusuf Sadiq, fantastic striker for Kwara United. Aqua United, homeboy, Ubong Friday, scored a hat-trick today. They needed to win. They were condemned to win, and they did just that against Niger Tornadoes. The Flying Antelopes with the Oriental Derby, you never say never. It can go anywhere, particularly when it's against Abia Warriors. But Rangers, they stayed focused, eyes on the prize, and they went on to win that one by 3-2. Imba defeated Atlant by 1-0. And I hear people saying, they should have scored more. I said, no. At this stage, you need to be very careful when you're playing Atlant, because he who is on the ground fears no fall, but they can actually put a stop to whatever run you're trying to have. Sporting Lisbon, Sporting Lagos, important win in that Southwest Derby, and Shooting Stars. I said it on this show that if they can beat Lobby Stars, then they really want us to talk about them this season. The Oluyole Warriors. What a story, winning that one, and now they've climbed to 4th on the log. That's the MPFL. We'll keep watching, Yemi.
All right, that's the MPFL. Kane Idris. Yeah. Austin is monitoring for us. Let me see if your prediction will be on the money.
Yeah.
You're about to go. The two teams I go through today. Quickly.
I'm still sticking with Barcelona and Dortmund.
Oh, okay.
Barcelona need a goal to, put the game on tie, and then it goes to penalties.
All right. Austin is with the magic box. Austin, is KD on point?
No, I don't think he's on point with that Barcelona prediction because they look confused at the moment. As early as the 20th minute of the game, they lost a vital defender in Araujo, and then now Xavi Hernandez is out of the stand. So they're just playing all over the place. Kylian Mbappe just needs one breakaway pass, and he might just score again to make it 4-1. 82 minutes already gone, and it's Barcelona 1, Paris Saint-Germain 3. I don't see any way they can get out of that one. And the other game in Germany is still Dortmund 4, Atletico Madrid 2. Both games 5-4 on aggregates, and as it stands, it's PSG and Dortmund that will go through. I'm about to leave the show. Whatever happens will happen. We'll come back to give you the updates. That's the show. In London, I'm Austin Okonakpan. In everything you do, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.
All right, this is a wrap from Lagos. First, I want to thank Kane Idris for his time on the show and being bold with his predictions. Kane, thank you.
It's good to be here.
We'll do this again some other time. We really had fun today, and we hope that you've enjoyed everything we'll be able to bring to you. We'll be back here again tomorrow. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.